summer.
Okay guys, so I'm not really sure where to start. It's kind of weird. My arm or my shoulder got hit out of its socket, so you know, it was a painful, weird experience really. So I'm gonna explain you guys what happened really. So I was just at gymnastics. We were making, you know, we're doing some exercises there, and I landed not the right way. My arm kind of like flicked backwards or something, or like jumped to the side here. I don't really know what happened exactly. And you know, my shoulder was, instead of being here, it was like right here. It was like displaced, like out of its socket. It was like, at first I didn't really know. I mean, obviously I felt it. I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And I was really calm, no pain at all really. And then I told my teacher, who was like right next to it, like, I think my arm is out of its socket, like this isn't right, like like what do we do? And she like immediately runs off to go get help, obviously from someone that knows how to deal with this situation. And you know, me just sitting there like, what the fuck is going on, you know? I then like after a few seconds I start feeling like a really bad pain in this shoulder, obviously, because it wasn't it was like all displaced and shit. So I'm like, I'm like, you know, like not loud at all. And after like maybe like 10 seconds I start screaming like really loud because of the pain, and I start like punching stuff with my hand, like the wall and stuff, because like when you're in so much pain, like everyone who has pain handles it differently. I mean, that's what they told me in the hospital, at least, you know. They were like, you know, everyone handles pain in a different way. So I don't know, they asked me what I did, and I said like, you know, I started punching stuff and like screaming, and they're like, you know, we've heard it before, but there's also people that cry, there's people that you know, do other things, there's all kinds of things, but you know, that's the way I handled the pain. I'm not sure why, it's just a thing. So you know, I started punching stuff and, you know, being all aggro and stuff to the walls, and you know, screaming it out because of the pain I had, because my shoulder, like some people don't get it, but if your shoulder, like this whole thing here is right over here, like right there, just moves like that, it doesn't feel nice. Just for me, it's like the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. And then I was like screaming, like not really anyone was helping me. Everyone was like kind of in shock really. They were like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Why is he dying over there, you know? So my friend came over and he's like, is everything alright? I'm like, I can't move my arm, you know. I like my arm, wait, let me just show you real quick. My arm was like this, and it was like all the way over here, and it was stuck. I couldn't move. I could move my hand like this, but I couldn't move my arm. So it was a really weird experience. And then like obviously the teacher came back, and some other dude which knew how to handle this situation, knew how to cope in this situation here. So you know, I started like seeing like pixelated in front of my eyes. Everything was like shady and pixelated. So I was like, what's going on, you know? And like everything I heard was like a bit muffled. So I was like, well, yo, this isn't right. I think I'm gonna like pass out here. But luckily this guy came, and like all I did was kind of like move my arm like this. I kind of do it like this, not really that much. And I pushed my own arm back in its socket for some reason. Like it shot back, and I obviously with it, like when it got back, I like loud scream, like fucking loud, you know, obviously what's gonna happen. And this guy comes like, yo, is everything alright? I'm like, no, my arm is out of its socket. Like, what do you mean alright? And he was gonna put it back, but apparently I put it back myself. Like when he got there, I was like all dizzy and stuff. I turned white all over, you know. I mean white, you know what I mean. It was like pitch white, you know. And everything kind of went black before my eyes. Not really black, it was kind of like a pixelated shady thing. I couldn't really see what was going on, and all the sounds were muffled. And some people out of my class told me I like was like looking around like this, but I couldn't, I mean, I can't remember anything of that really. I was just, I mean, I think it was a little bit too far gone or anything. But if he wouldn't, if no one would have like helped me like this, I would have probably you know, fell on the ground, you know. So that's kind of weird. It's a really weird experience having something like that, and it's like probably the worst thing I've ever felt. Like pain wise, it's really, really bad, trust me. I've heard a lot of stories with pain, but this is like, it's really hard to describe. It just hurts so much that you don't know really how to cope in that situation. And after that I had to like, I took off my shirt, and you saw this was like higher and stuff. It was like all displaced. So they wanted me to go to the doctor, so I had to put on my normal clothes instead of my gymnastic clothes. And you know, my dad had to take me to the doctor. So, you know, it was kind of weird. Luckily, there were people helping me out. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have, you know, I would probably have passed out, you know. But after that, I went to the doctor, and he's like, yo, this isn't really good. I mean, it happened before. Obviously, there's a lot of people that have this. Not a lot, but you get what I'm saying. I'm not the only one. You have to go to the hospital and let them take pictures, and you know, let's see what's going on, and like tell them how to like fix this, you know. So I went to the hospital. Took me like half an hour to get there. Then we're over there, and we had to take pictures. It all went really fast, for no waiting queues and stuff. We could all just, you know, go in and go out like a hit and run thing. But yeah, we went in there, took pictures, and everything seemed to be alright. I mean, obviously it hurt. So I have to wear this thing now for like a week-ish. It's kind of gay, because obviously I can use this hand, but I can't game like this, guys. Come on. So I'm really not sure what you guys want to see. I'm probably gonna try to make a video playing with one hand, but for the rest I really do not have any ideas what I can do, because obviously they told me I can't put stress on this hand. I can't really do anything with it. I mean, I'm allowed to move my fingers and sleep without this thing, but that's really it. I'm not allowed to put pressure on it, and it's like really annoying, I guess. I can't, like, just imagine, I was like, yo, it's only one arm, you know, it doesn't matter that much, but now I just realize how much you do with two arms. It's like, I can't type with two arms, I can't game, I can't eat, I have to eat with one hand. Like, it's really annoying. Even like just going to the bathroom, or just, you know, taking books out of your closet or something, or clothes, it's just like you gotta like open the door and then pick them out instead of opening and picking them out. It's like, I mean, it's a small difference, but it kind of gets annoying in the long run, probably. So this happened this morning. It's 8:34 p.m. right now. This was really it. Sorry for the short video, guys, but if you really want me to upload something, please feel free to tell me. So I'm probably gonna do a video trying to play with this hand, I guess, just playing with one hand, you know, with my mouse and then my keyboard, like switch over all the time. But then I still have to make like 1 or 2 videos where I can't use my hand, so I really do not know what I'm gonna do, guys, so you really gotta bear with me here. I want to keep uploading, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Please leave some suggestions down below. I'm really not sure. I also want to thank everyone for 2.2k, because we hit that the other day, I believe, so that's quite nice. But yeah, I don't know if any one of you ever felt something like this, or even had the same thing, maybe, I'm not sure. Because the doctor said I was lucky that it kind of like went up by itself, instead of me having to like put a lot of pressure on it. What I just did, I just like slightly pushed this, and then like kind of shoved back in there. So it's kind of weird situation. Nobody really understood what was going on, because I mean, normally you gotta like put hella pressure on it, right? But it was just that I couldn't move my arm, and like almost felt this dizzy, and like, I don't know, it felt really, it's weird saying this, but like when I felt this dizzy and stuff, it felt so relaxing. Like I didn't feel the pain anymore. I was just, you know, like passing out slowly, like falling asleep when you're really tired. But then like nicer, right? You just don't have to think about stuff. I don't know, it was really nice, but the pain obviously was like the worst thing I've ever felt in my life. It was just like too much, I guess. It's just, I was screaming and punching walls. It's something you don't normally do. I mean, I don't, but I don't know who does. But, you know, if ever any one of you ever had this or something like this, or, you know, can move your arm or broke something. I've heard people on YouTube break their collarbone, like here, but I believe there was Quasar, I'm not sure. I believe he broke his collarbone or something. He couldn't play Minecraft, but this is basically the same, but then I got my shoulder out of its socket, so I don't know what's really worse, probably, I'm not sure even. But yeah, let me know if you guys ever had something like this. I'm gonna wrap the video up here. I want to thank everyone for watching. If you want to know more, feel free to ask me on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. I don't fucking know where you want to talk to me, or just in the comments. Obviously, it's a bit harder to reply right now, but I'll try to take the time to reply to everyone. And I'm also on Snapchat, where you can see pictures of me in the hospital if you really want to see that. Just add my Snapchat, King Sander, will be on the screen right now down here. And that was it. Peace out.